Hey guys, what's going on? It's DJ here with my bros, Jeremy and Bears.
What's going on?
Bringing you another superhero spotlight. We've decided to keep this series going, but in a different way. Last week we had DC and Marvel in a video together, so this time we're going to be separating the two and just focusing on certain topics about the different franchises. This one we're going to be focusing on Marvel. First thing is Claire Temple, Rosario Dawson, came forward about season 2, and she basically said, like you said, Bears, in one of the talks, that Marvel Universe has changed a lot of things. So in that talk that we did, you remember the Daredevil talk?
Yeah.
I had mentioned Claire Temple and Matt maybe staying together.
What's gonna happen?
I think it might. It might take a bit to come back because, you know, all that stuff that happened between them, but it might. What do you think?
I think it'd be kind of interesting to see Night Nurse back. Yeah, I guess, they changed everything, right? So
yeah,
it's all fair game.
Dude, I'm so excited. And I was reading one of the comics from the subs that the guy that we were talking about, the one that made Daredevil suit Melvin Potter,
Yeah.
is actually the Gladiator in the comics. Like, that's what his moniker is. And he's actually like a reformed villain who's like a pain in the ass to Daredevil, but then kind of like switches over to his side. And I'm not sure, I think you might have mentioned it to me before, like just talking about it, but behind him during one scene was Stiltman's suit.
I wasn't even paying attention. I didn't even notice that.
Yeah, so we might actually see Stiltman in season 2.
Man, they got a lot of things coming up in season 2, don't they?
We mentioned the Hand. We mentioned Bullseye possibly coming. One of our subs had an idea that maybe Wilson Fisk will team up with whatever big bad is going to be in the next season towards the end. So, like, he'll get out of prison and then he'll force the Punisher and Daredevil to kind of put their differences aside and fight together. So, I'm so excited, man.
That's how I imagine the arc of season 2 is going to go. We're going to get introduced to these characters. We're going to see the Punisher, and they're going to be at odds because Daredevil doesn't really want to kill. The Punisher is a ruthless killer, and they'll just be like button heads the whole time, and then maybe Wilson and Fisk will escape or something and hire Bullseye. It's too big of a threat for one or the other, so then they got to team up.
Dude, like, Jeremy, just hearing this news being relayed to you as somebody that hasn't watched the series yet, and yes, there are people that haven't watched it, so don't pick on my little brother.
Don't judge me.
But
Get to it.
Hearing that, do you want to watch this?
Yeah, dude. Especially with Punisher coming soon.
Oh, man.
I can't wait to see John Bernthal play Punisher.
He already has like the acting chops to do that sort of like anti-hero type of character. Yeah. And season 2 is gonna be full of surprises. Imagine Daredevil's this epic now. Imagine when the Defenders finally get together.
Oh god, it's gonna be like small screen Avengers.
Yeah.
They deserve a movie.
The Defenders?
Yeah. I mean, they're gonna get their own, like, they're gonna get their mini series on Netflix, but hopefully they'll expand it into a big screen. Yeah.
When's Defenders coming out?
18 or 20. Actually, I think it might be, somewhere around there, 2018, because I know Luke Cage is coming out then. And like you said, we might have many seasons of Daredevil, so I don't know.
It's 2 more.
It's probably going to change. So, like, production-wise, they're probably going to have to work it around Daredevil since it is the most, well, so far, it's the most successful. And I'm pretty sure, like, they weren't expecting this much of a positive response, I guess.
I don't think anybody was.
They're bringing Stiltman in, man. I mean, they already planted the seed for Stiltman, and that had to be the most, like, random thing. But, like, the fact that somebody noticed that is pretty amazing, and the fact that Melvin Potter actually has a name. I should have looked into that before, but that's pretty cool.
I have no idea who any of these guys are, Melvin Potter or Stiltman, so it's all new to me!
We touched base on Civil War last week. There's only a little bit of news coming from there, is that I almost said it again. Black Panther. I don't know if he's going to actually have powers now. It's like he's kind of going to be in like a cat-like Ironman costume, because his claws are going to be made out of
vibranium.
Yeah, everything is just going to be like pretty, I guess, futuristic, which is cool.
Well,
but
that's what Wakanda was. It was like a future civilization that was just off by itself.
So do you think he's going to have the superpowers, or do you think it's just going to be like, you know, that way, and they're kind of just throwing us off? Do you think it's just going to be all like, he knows how to fight, but he needs that suit of armor to, you know, protect himself?
I don't think it's more like he needs a suit. It's so much like, how would we put it? Like Captain America.
Yeah.
He doesn't need the shield to fight.
Mm-hmm.
However, the shield does make him a much more formidable foe.
Yeah. So it's the same thing with, God damn it, with with Black Panther.
With the Pink Panther?
Dun, dun, dun,
I'm really,
Black Panther.
dude, I'm really like worried though now for Ant-Man. Because
Yeah?
now we're getting reports that he's going to have an upgraded costume from the one that we're going to see in this film that's coming, and that he is going to grow.
In Civil War?
Yes, he's actually going to be gigantic.
Gigantor.
Oh, maybe he becomes what's the next one? I want to say Wasp.
Dude, but do you think he's gonna, if they follow certain events in Civil War, do you think that hole in the chest thing might happen to his character?
Ah, Jesus.
And remember,
Well, in the comics, it was Bill Foster,
mhm,
and that was Giantman. Hank Pym was working on the pro-human registration side, and Scott Lang was nowhere to be found. However, Thor was also dead, so it wasn't real Thor that killed Bill Foster, but a clone made by Hank Pym.
so do you think Hank Pym is like the old guy Michael Douglas who's portraying him in the Ant-Man film? Do you think he's going to be like sticking to how he is in the comics? Is going to be pro-registration? Do you think we're going to see him in that movie?
Tough call. I want to say yes, just to keep just get that they're going to try and keep it somewhat like that. I can see it being that the good possibility that it's pro registration. Whether he's going to build a robot of death that's going to kill people is a whole different story.
So there's either two things I'm thinking, or three scenarios I'm thinking for that movie that are said to be shot with the new IMAX cameras that we mentioned last week. It's either the Red Hulk versus Hulk, the Giantman, that scene, or Captain America versus Iron Man. So out of the three, which one do you think is more likely?
Captain America versus Iron Man.
Think so?
I don't believe we're actually going to have the Hulk in this one.
Aww.
Yeah, you think that's gonna be in a bit more?
Well,
longer
Robert Downey Jr. was communicating back and forth with Mark Ruffalo,
Yeah, with Hulk.
and it made it seem like he was coming to the set, but it's like, it's weird. It's one of those, like, what do you call those
Teasers.
Yeah, so it's like kind of hard. Maybe it's because like they've had people shooting videos and getting behind the scenes looks at the whole movie, and they just want to throw them off. Maybe they're watching these videos and be like, okay, we gotta change it now.
Oh, they're on to us. We gotta come up with something new. Just throw 'em a curveball.
Sorry. Oh man, there's just too much going on in these like shared universes.
Actually, there's one possibility we didn't even think of for this IMAX camera. It
What's
could
up?
be the overall giant fight, the climax fight.
Ooh,
In
dude,
the comics, they have like a giant fight in New York.
like with everybody just.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
That's a full out
Spider-Man's
war,
just
yeah.
taking people out. Iron Man's just taking people out.
We see Daredevil come out of the woodwork.
Daredevil's in the corner trying to be unblind or something.
We got John
going
Bernthal
on?
as the Punisher. Oh my gosh. What if they just do that? They're just like, F it. Put everybody in it. Oh my gosh.
Well, yeah, if that happens, like Punisher and what do you call it, Daredevil would be in Hell's Kitchen just securing their sector, because there's different parts of the city, so that'd be awesome to see.
This is true. Okay, and I want to talk about this since that's pretty much most of the Marvel news that we got out of the week, and that they have some pretty cool games coming out that have to do with Lego. But we talked about that already. Spider-Man, okay? I want to put this in this video because it is going to be our opinion about the whole entire situation as far as him starring in the MCU.
Okay.
What do you guys want? What do you guys want Spider-Man to be? And who do you want it to be? We'll go around.
What do you mean, what do you want him to be? Like, specify, please.
Like what is the Spider-Man you want to see in Civil War? Like everything about him. Like how old, like, everything.
I want to see.
Hold on a second. Let me close my window.
Okay.
I want to see. Dude, I don't know.
Okay. Is your window like 20 pounds? That was a pretty heavy ass like drop.
Yeah, it's a heavy door.
Alright, I got it. I want to see Tobey Maguire. That's what I want to see. I want to see him unmask himself at the end of Civil War, just being like, "It's me, guys." That's what I want to see.
I like
I
your
want to
thinking.
see that Spider-Man.
I like your thinking.
Man!
What do you think, Bears?
I want to see a mature Spider-Man.
Okay.
So not like the high schooler that we all seen and everybody's already played out.
Yeah.
No, I want to see the Peter Parker that's already married to Mary Jane and all that. He's all settled in his hero role, established character. That's what I want to see. Here we go with the Tobey Maguire one, isn't it?
Yes. Okay. Because, like, just think about it. It could be like his send-off, like his final send-off. Imagine the theater full of crowds just seeing that unmasking and then seeing J.J. Jameson reacting to it. And then it can lead into that new Spider-Man that everybody wants, a Miles Morales version. You know what I'm saying? That way we wouldn't have to retell his story.
Just we could just pass the mantle onto the new...
Exactly. And I can see him, I could see that younger one fitting into like kind of like the Daredevil thing.
Yeah. Because
of like how much darker it can be. You know what I'm saying? Because we could see that other side of Spider-Man. And I don't know. I just want to see Tobey Maguire. And I'm going to put the faces in the video. This is the face I want Tobey Maguire to make once he enters.
Use like the GIFs. Yes. The ones that are movable. Yeah.
And Bears for you, I'm going to throw in the Spider-Man 3 version.
Dude, like, he has to, if they're going to put Spider-Man in there, I want that version.
Oh my gosh. I just hope that they can do it in a way that's like not where we have to watch the kid in high school. I mean, at least Peter Parker. I wouldn't mind watching the Miles Morales version in high school again, or whatever grade he's supposed to be in, because he's a lot younger. But yes, I do want to see if they do go older, I hope they find someone that's already married, like you said, and established. Tobey Maguire thing is a lot more ideal, because you know what, he could have been in vacation after Harry died, and somebody said that tower that they're fighting Sandman in could have been Stark Tower. That's genius. You know what I'm saying? Like, the people could dive deep enough into that they think of that stuff.
I don't know how I'd feel if they made that canon. Like, if that's how it went, like, just Spider-Man 1, 2, and 3 were now relevant, I don't know how I'd feel.
Oh my, I would scream like a girl. Like, you know, like when we watched the Legends of Tomorrow trailer? Oh my god, I can't believe do you remember my scream? I would scream like that. That just blows my mind. I just want to see him have the proper send-off. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then we could move on and do everything that's supposed to be done in the MCU. How do you guys feel about all this stuff going on with Doctor Strange? Do you like the casting?
Man!
What?
Humber Stitch Bumblebun is just weird. I don't like his face.
What did you call it? That's a new one.
Bumblebatch Carrot Cake.
What?
Humble Smash Bumblebee.
You don't like him?
Excuse me?
He has a weird alien face.
Oh, damn, you took it. There.
Dude, like, nobody's eyes should be that far apart. The dude needs that shit fixed.
I think it's gonna be awesome, man. They are gonna have the Ancient One as a woman.
I am interested in seeing how Wonder Wolf Bumblebitch does it.
But he's already established. We have to remember this. Because he's already on that... Do you remember the Winter Soldier? That part where they're dangling that dude off the roof. You know
yeah, they were talking about him, yeah.
Yeah, so he was already on that list as, like, for elimination. Oh,
so
man.
Who's confirmed for the casting of this movie? Other than Mr. whatever his face is, Cumberbatch.
Phil Fitch Cumbersnatch.
Yes, that guy.
This is amazing. We could just have a whole video of just you just naming different names.
What? His name is Lima Bean Wonderwolf.
Oh my god, I'm gonna butcher some of these names.
Micro Shot Janglefish.
Okay, so Tilda Swinton is going to be the Ancient One.
Oh, and I'm making names up. Alright.
That's a real name. And then, oh my gosh, please forgive me, people who watch this video. Chiwetel Ejiofor.
No,
he was from 12 Years a Slave, Four Brothers, and
he will be Baron Mordo.
Yeah, he's going to. Yes, exactly. That's exactly who he's going to be. That's sick.
For real, I didn't know Chewbacca had like acting chops.
Oh my god. John Cho will portray Wong.
Oh.
This is just like too much to process. Like that. The fact that these people have. Go ahead.
Yeah, my question is Thanos gonna be cameoing at the end of this movie?
That's gonna be pretty like annoying at some point. Like he just puts on the glove every time. It's just like it's just sitting in there. Like every time that we've seen him is just
it's just like another scene after. Like he put on the gauntlet.
Yeah, like just to see if it fits.
he like walks around in the next one. And
He's a bum. He sits on a meteor.
You know what I mean? Just like the next scene, and then it just like goes all together for like the Civil War and stuff.
Okay, so first, the most that we've seen of him was in Guardians of the Galaxy.
Hold on, I'm gonna stop you because I gotta get this out there.
Go.
You ever see? Have either of you seen That 70s Show?
Yeah, so that's like one of our favorite shows. Yeah.
Yes.
You remember that scene where like Red apparently like scuffed Kitty's shoes? Like if she had a special pair of shoes, he scuffed them.
Yeah.
And she'd like pull them out once a year, put them on, like sit down, sigh,
yeah.
and then like put them away.
Yeah.
That's what Thanos is gonna do at the end of the movie. He's gonna put on the glove
Again.
and then put it back on the stand.
Dude,
just waiting.
Because, okay, the first time we saw him was the first Avengers, right?
Yeah.
Okay, and then he smiles at the camera and looks like a freaking chimp. And then the second time we see him he was in Guardians, yeah. I guess that's like the biggest role we've seen him do. And then we saw him,
I can't remember,
at the end of Ultron,
yeah,
doing the same thing.
No, but he put on,
yeah, but let's be honest, he took that glove off right after. He's not gonna do anything.
Or maybe like swung around a sword or something, just like
next scene.
To round things off, Guardians 2. I want to talk about this because I was watching Guardians of the Galaxy, like, I think I watched it 4 times on the weekend because we had
Didn't you watch it like last night or something?
I might have watched it on Monday.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so we know that Jason, like, let's brainstorm some ideas. Like, what do you think the story is going to be on? What would you like to see in this Guardians movie?
Clue.
Huh?
I have no clue.
No clue at all. What about you, Bears?
What it's going to be about?
Or like, yeah, like that, or what? Just brainstorming some ideas. Let's say our ideas now and see if they check out once the movie comes in like 2 years.
I'm gonna have to say we're actually gonna see maybe like the final step of Thanos' Infinity Gauntlet forming.
That would make a lot of sense because the Infinity Wars comes out the year later, and then the second part comes out in 2019. So 2018 part 1, 2019 part 2. So
he appears in Infinity.
Yeah, I think that's all. He's like the big.
And then Guardians is coming out
2017.
17.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, so like the Guardians there, they're gonna try and stop him from getting the stones, or like Spartax, Jason of Spartax there was all like, oh my god, we gotta stop Thanos, he's a bad guy.
So you think we're gonna see Jason Spartax? Because James Gunn said that they're not using that as Starlord's father. So do you think we still might see him just as another character?
Yeah.
Wait, repeat that?
Sorry,
repeat that.
Jason, son of it's Spartax, yes?
Yeah.
James Gunn said that he is not Peter Quill's father. He is not the father.
Yeah, remember,
He is not the father.
Haystash commented, he said, what if, like, in the slightest possibility that Thanos was the father of...
That would be jacked up one.
Peter Quill / Starlord.
That ain't right.
The only reason why I would think that works is because Peter Quill's eyes glowed purple when he was holding that stone, but that stone was purple, so maybe it was just that. But that would be so jacked up. That would be like the most disgusting Marvel revelation we'll ever see.
Just think about his reaction.
Yeah, that's just nasty. I think he would puke all over himself, Starlord. That's the climax of part 2, is just like him deciding whether or not to kill his dad. What if in the slightest chance that that's right? That would be one crazy ass like story.
I feel like you're just going over the plot to the last 3 Star Wars movies.
It was unintentional. Okay, so I'm thinking that if they don't do the Jason...
Okay, maybe not Jason Spartax then. So... we're going to see Peter's father, who is some form of celestial being.
Yeah.
And he's going to be like, Thanos is bad, dude. We got to stop him, bro.
I thought for a second, because I really was hoping to see Nova in the movie, in the first Guardians movie, but we didn't. Maybe they might do a different variation where he's Peter's father. And you guys know who Nova is, right?
Yeah.
Like, that would be so dope. Because he's super, like... OP.
For sake of argument, let's explain who Nova is.
Bears, like, do you have info
I do. I have an encyclopedia.
Oh! Okay, Bears, story time.
Pull it out.
Story time with Bears. It's okay.
Today's story is Nova. Roman Torch and Holman. Lucky? Oh, too far. Nova, the human rocket. Richard Ryder is his real name.
Yeah.
And his powers are...
Wait, before you go into that, does he look cool?
Yes, he does.
Yeah, he does. His powers are superhuman strength, durability, and the powers to fly is supersonic speed.
Sick.
The second Nova could manipulate cosmic energy as stellar fire, but that's a female version.
Like, what if it's him? What if they do some variation where it's him? Because to me, they introduced the Guardians, like, he's got to show up at some point in some way.
But see, that's the thing. Didn't you say James Gunn said that his father is not... Let me... Wait.
His father's not Jason, son of Spartax.
Yeah, but his father still can't be a human, right?
No, that guy's not a human. Nobody's...
Richard Ryder's human.
Is he?
See?
Yeah, it's that.
I
It's
just
the helmet
Googled
that
it.
gives him powers.
Yeah.
God dang it.
I just Googled it.
If it's
Wait.
Thanos, I'm gonna be done with guessing whatever the hell.
If it's Thanos, I'll be just like, done. Walk out of theater right there.
What if Peter Quill is his father is an Inhuman?
Well, that could be a
That would go
possibility
back to
too.
Earth then, wouldn't it?
Huh?
That would go back to Earth. And then they'd realize Skrull technology.
And it will see. Oh my gosh.
And they did encounter Skrull. I mean, that was the point of the movie, right? Like,
Yeah.
Ronan the Accuser and all that.
Yeah.
So I don't think he's an Inhuman.
Oh.
Oh,
So he's got to be like. Well, they didn't mention the type, so he can't be Kree or anything. They just said that he's a very ancient race. What's a very ancient race, man? What
In Marvel or
What are
just
you,
in general?
Peter Quill? Huh?
In Marvel or just in general?
No. At the end of Guardians of the Galaxy, they kind of run like tests on Peter, like as to why he was able to hold the Infinity Stone for such a long time. Because apparently there's like a race of ancient ones that held the stone, and there's like a circle of them, like they're making a circle pit and they're holding it, and they'll like evaporate in like 2 seconds. And when he was holding it, like he started breaking apart, but he didn't exactly like disintegrate. Like he's starting to, but then he was strong enough to be able to hold it, and then everybody else grabbed his hand. You know what I'm saying? So that the power ran through them. So he's got to be super like whoever his dad is. Peter Quill's got to be some pretty whatever he's mixed with has got to be a strong race.
Yeah, dude.
What is he?
Who's that dude that was Merle? Like, what was his name?
Oh, Yondu.
Yeah.
He had like that. He's like a master archer, as they say. But he had like this little. I'm not sure what the weapon was, but he whistled and it reacted to his whistle. The little arrow on his side. I'm just saying this to say this, but you know we can cut this out of the talk. That part, Bears, when he's talking to the collector and or not the collector, but yeah. Every time I watched that part was so funny. I don't know why.
I cannot guarantee.
Yeah.
The guy's just like, he's like laughing behind him.
Oh man,
That's funny.
we need to see more of that.
I want to see more of the Collector.
Yeah.
Yeah, his base got jacked up, and then we see Howard the Duck at the very end, just like sitting there smoking. What now?
No, I just want to see that hand maneuver he does. I just need more of that in the next movie. Just like that.
What if like he's just like that annoying guy that steals the Infinity Stones? Just like once it's all together, he just takes the glove with him. He just appears out of nowhere, and it's just like a chase in part 2 of Infinity Wars.
Well, that would be curious.
We're gonna get more news about this stuff. All our opinions are subject to change, I guess, once that all comes about. You guys have the floor for anything else you want to say for this week's Superhero Spotlight Marvel Edition?
Yeah, it was pretty eventful. Yeah, covered a lot of things today.
We did. I thought it was gonna end over at Civil War, but we kind of like barked off an idea.
Oh, I got it!
Okay, go.
Christmas Tree Cookie Crunch. That's the dude that plays Doctor Strange.
Oh my god.
And with that being said, please go leave a like down below. Comment down if you will. Your Benedict Cumberbatch names. Just put them down in the description. Bears had some pretty awesome ones that we're gonna keep in this video because I've never heard anything like them before. Thanks for supporting this channel. Go support Bears, of course. And we'll see you in the next one. Got one more for us? I was about to ask you if you had another one, and you did.